Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the absolutely stunning Sapphire Falls Hotel, which is located in Orlando, Florida. Now, it's under the Universal banner, which makes it absolutely perfect to get to all three current theme parks. It's all within walking distance. You can use the free transportation, which you guys go by boat, or you can go by bus as well. But what we're going to do within this upload is take a full tour, or best we can, of the hotel and the hotel rooms as well. I'm a bit gutted because I have actually lost 2 full days worth of footage due to a corrupt memory card, and a lot of this hotel was on that memory card. But what I've tried to do is bodge this together best I can. Now, all of the footage we've got is actually from the first night here. So I landed, dropped the bags off. It's early hours of the morning. There's absolutely nobody about, so I thought it's perfect time just to go and explore and get my bearings. But where we are now currently, if you were to carry on walking past the restaurant on your left-hand side, that actually takes you to the outside, and this amazing thing with all the staircase we will be exploring in a little bit. Now, talking of the outside, this is the only bit we've got from the outside of the day. A full night tour on my last day. We explored absolutely everything. You can walk around it. There's some beautiful walks, and you can see the boat and everything like that, and all of that currently has been lost, which is such a shame, but I'll try and get it back if I can. Now, you can see where we are at the moment. All I've done is just walk up those stairs, and we're at the first of the 4 levels. Now, on this level, there's a big gaming place. So these are all pay to play. So you can see you've got all of these bits and pieces. You can do whatever you want in there. And again, like I said, this is early hours of the morning. It's probably 2-3 o'clock in the morning, hence why there's absolutely nobody about. So I'm never going to do this when it's peak time during the day, because it is a very big hotel, and there was lots and lots of people about. But what we are going to look at is this. They have a huge gym. I do believe the Sapphire Falls also has the largest outdoor swimming pool of all of the hotels as well. Like I said, I did film every single hotel when I was there. I got a very bad feeling it was all on the same memory card. So if you know anybody, or you know how to actually retrieve that data, please let me know, because I would love to get that back. But this is obviously the one room. It's just a push to enter. You don't need your room key or anything like that. And then they are all pay to play. So you can either just put your card in and you get given tokens just on that, rather than actually using cash, because obviously because of all the COVID regulations and things like that, that is a new way of doing it. Now, the gym is also massive. There was one other person in there. I was just in there doing some bits and pieces, as in filming. I didn't actually train, but that is the size of it. It goes all the way around. It's a big area. Now, I do believe we're going to walk out these doors and turn left, and then have a look at the pool. Now, the pool is only open certain hours, so if you do have a room that is low, you don't have to worry about people screaming and everything early or late as well. Now, don't forget, as I said, this is a perfect location to 3 of the theme parks, because there is a 4th one currently being built. Volcano Bay is also included in this, which is a huge outdoor water park. So you are really spoiled, because if you can't get to the water park, the weather's not absolutely fantastic, because that is a day that I went to Volcano Bay, filmed all of that, did the huge walk around in a massive thunderstorm. That's possibly why the memory card's been corrupted, but it was a something to see and a nice experience. I do want to get that back. But where we are now, it's just open decking. You've got all the ping pong tables. There's probably 5 or 6 of those, and then you can see here, this is where you need your room key, but it says 9 AM to 10 PM, and then hopefully what we'll do is we'll have a look at the pool from here, because I did walk around this. It's got some big water slides as well, so it's perfect for the big ones and small ones alike. They've got like a eatery around in the corner as well, so you can easily get yourself some food. It's just a perfect open area for all different age groups and families. It's just such a nice chilled environment to walk around in. Now, jumping into the hotel but looking at the same pool, and you can see hopefully just a little bit better just how big this pool is. Now, I do believe from here what we'll do is we'll then walk to the reception, have a little bit of a look at the reception, and then from the reception area is also where you can get your theme park tickets as well. So I did cover all the bases, but there is so much more to explore within this hotel. It is absolutely massive, as you can see. So that is, you can see that there's more than one pool as well. So that's why if the footage was available, it would take a good distance to walk that way. Now, to the left, that is the way up to the actual theme parks as well. So that's where the water there is where you've got the boats, so you can sit on there. Like I said, that is free transportation. That takes you directly up to the amazing bit where it has all the shops, and then you can pick and choose which of the 2 theme parks you would like to go to. Volcano Bay from here is bus only, or you can walk. Now, this was done at Christmas time, and the decorations were beautiful. So that tree was huge, and down all different corridors and things like that, they had a couple of different Christmas trees. Now, if I remember rightly, the Cabana Bay Hotel, which is a hotel that I have stayed in the past because I did manage to find it, did a huge walk and everything. There was probably 10 or 15 trees this big all round the reception area as you checked in. That was something else. I've never ever seen anything like that before. But this is the view, if you can see it through the camera, of all of the water. So that is the lights reflecting off the water, and that's the boat side. So that is where you take the boats. This area was very, very busy with almost like conference type things before you went into the conference room. Now, there is enormous amount of conference rooms as well, which you will be having a look at in a second. You'll see what I mean with regards to the size of the corridor. This is all the reception. To the right hand side is the reception check-ins. So there's probably 10 members of staff there when it's at peak time. All these tables you can sit down because you can grab yourself a bite to eat from the left hand side, or now on my right hand side there's a nice little eatery where you can sit down and grab yourself a bite to eat. This is where you get your universal tickets from. So if you pre-booked your tickets and you need to actually get the ticket, that is where you get them from. Like I said, we would have had a much longer and better time. Now, that corridor all the way down there is not rooms, that is all different conference places. So that it just keeps going and going and going. Like I said, this place is an absolute maze, and all the hotels like this is not the biggest hotel either, but they have got early admission from this hotel as well, and that was very, very helpful because you can get in there early. Now, this was supposed to be a separate video, so ignore me, that's my face. Now, I did do a hello and welcome and all that sort of nonsense. This was day one, and the plan was we were supposed to do this as a lived in scenario. So as the week went, I updated you on different bits and pieces that I found and everything like that, and you can guess what memory card that was on as well. There was absolutely no problems with the room whatsoever, apart from somebody had unplugged the fridge, which was really, really weird. So it started to drip and leak within 5 minutes of me making that call. They had 3 maintenance people come straight into the room, rip that one out, put a brand new one in for me, cleaned up any mess, and job was an absolute dream. So they were super, super quick. Now, they had lots and lots of different USB ports around by the beds on this, which was very, very helpful. So you didn't actually need to worry about bringing a travel adapter plug, because that's always a nice thing, because if you obviously you can see there is a plug just in there, because I was charging some of the batteries. So that was helpful for me, but you did just have the USB bits where you could just plug in your phone and things like that and not have to worry too much. Now, that was the fridge in question, so that soon got sorted out and replaced, because hence why there's no light on that at the time. So after me making this video, I then rang them up and it got sorted straight away. So I'm not too sure what went on with that, but it is what it is. Now, they give you a load of check-in paperwork and everything when you first come in, and they actually give you a map of how to get to your hotel room, because like I said, there's multiple floors with multiple rooms. Now, where I was absolutely perfect, because I just literally was on the same level, was one level up from the reception, so I was just a little bit higher, but the view was still in line with the pool. So directly behind me, I'm in line with the pool, even though the reception is lower, which is really, really strange. So if you've ever been there before, you know exactly what I mean. But it's I just end up using all the stairs rather than having to worry about all the lifts. But the one sort of shaft, it had 4 lifts, and then you saw the big staircase where you could obviously get up and do different bits and pieces from there as well. That was the staircase that I walked down every single day to get out the back, and then obviously head over to the parks. Now, if I can get the footage back and you could walk out the front, there is a second hotel literally, well, you can see the front door on the same grounds as where I was, so I checked that out. And there is then a really, really nice walk that you can do by a load of water through a load of trees, and that can take you to the different theme parks. And like I said, it also does connect to the Cabana Bay as well, which is a bit of a distance, but it's all signposted and you can pick it up easy enough. So I think on site there's got to be 9 hotels. I think there's 5 on this side, and there's at least 4 on the other, because you've got the Hard Rock Caf Hotel and you've got the really expensive ones on the other side, which did all get explored. That's why I really want to try and get that memory card back, because we just walked around the sort of the grounds of the hotel, saw how big it was from the outside, got the price information, and just how easy it was to then get to the actual theme parks and the different hotels. But if you can stay on the universal grounds, like what like the Sapphire is, I The Cabana Bay is the cheapest. I was very, very happy with that room. It's very, very similar to what we're looking at now, apart from it's just beside the Volcano Bay. So it's not an easy walk like this one is to get to the actual theme parks, but you can. The advantage of being there is literally walk straight out of the big water park and then just go straight into the hotel, have a shower, and then go over and do whatever it is you want to do. So you don't worry about having to get into the water late. So that is a good thing. Now I'm looking confused when I'm trying to figure out how all the rooms and everything works and how the doors open and close and just things like that. So you can see what you've got in there. You got the shower was lovely. You had a nice little seat that you could sit down if you wanted to, if you're feeling super lazy. You can tell that door, for whatever reason, would not stay closed, but they fixed it within a heartbeat when they did the fridge. But it was just because I think somebody before me had been a bit disrespectful and battered one or two bits of the room, but it was so quickly fixed. They were amazing members of staff in there. So it got sorted very quickly. But the layout of this room is very similar to, like I said, to the Cabana Bay as well. You've got the double beds, and you can, if you want to, obviously pick the level of your room, I would imagine. So if you wanted to be higher up than what I was to overlook, say, for example, the pool area or the other side, I think the other side might have been a bit of a better view because if you're higher up and you're watching the boats come through, like we saw at the very start of the video, if you were in one of those rooms further up by the water, that would have been very pretty. Now, if there is more than one of you, or you go as if you can grim and bear the size of the room and just share it with two couples, so there's four of you, those beds are massive. It is extremely cost effective. So the rooms for four people, they're big enough for four adults, I think are great prices. Because depending on when you go, it will be like about £110 a night, for example. So that's not too bad. And bearing in mind, you can then get yourself a 14-day theme park unlimited entry to all of the different parks, and that's under the Universal banner. Or there's others that you can get information from. So there is, I think it's Tourist Attraction, I think is the website. That is a very good website to use where it can link in a Disney experience and a Universal experience all at the same time. So it was spot on. Now, the reason why some of these bits and pieces won't turn on, as you can see, the light wouldn't come on, is because it was actually all unplugged. So it took a little while to figure it out because I ended up crawling around and just making this video more. I was just too tired at the time, as you can tell by my eyes. They're about to fall out my face because this was the first morning of after the long flight. So the long flight, wake up, and then just go out. I think I went to one of the theme parks, came back, the bed had already been made, which was incredible because I was, like I said, one of the lower floors. So they do get to your room quite quickly, but you have got the opportunity to put the thing on the door if you want to. But all the different lights are there. I've got every single light on just because the room was slightly dark. But the room itself, very spacious. Lots and lots of bits and pieces where you can put all your stuff. And to be honest, like I said, it was absolutely perfect and spot on for me. And they gave me a Hulk card key as well, which was nice. And the theme parks themselves are spectacular. One day I'd love to go back again. Obviously, there is the fourth Universal Resort Park opening up sooner rather than later. And there will be a lot more of this content to come with regards to all travel vlogs and everything. This one, like I said, got put on the back burner. You can see that this has only just recently been uploaded, and it was done before Christmas of 2022, and it's now halfway through 23. It's taken me that long to try and get all of the files back off some of the cards. So it is what it is with that. But guys, I am slowly starting to run out of time. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There is a Universal/Disney playlist available. I'm going to try and get now these videos out as quickly as I can, one or two a week before the next big trip happens, which I'm very happy to say I have just booked. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That is going to be a mix of Lego stuff and theme park stuff as well. So if you're a DC fan, that will be one for you because it's going to be a very interesting experience. But again, what I do, I will share how we get there, all the hotels and everything like that. Now within this playlist, it has got it from day one. It's got how you get the actual transportation and everything through to this, and I have started to zone out all the different areas of the theme park already. So if you do want to hunt that down in the Universal and Disney playlist, and obviously please feel free. Let us know in the comments below if you have stayed here before and if you would like to. Like I said, I'm really sorry this was such a makeshift video, because all of this I just basically did as a dummy run. I had no intention to use any of this whatsoever, and it ended up being the main event. So luckily I did do it. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.